everybody, welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 Minute Gaming News. Today, I just want to talk about what's been going on with myself, with the channel, things in the future, sort of an update, if you will, on what's up, right? Because I know a lot of you have been like, where's 5 Minute Gaming News, Jesse? Or where's this other video, Jesse? Or why aren't you doing this stream, Jesse? Or what's going on? The answer is, I do a lot. Some might say too much. I'm putting in 14, 15-hour days on the regular. And I've been doing that for 13 years. And I'm gonna let you know a secret. Probably not great for my health. And it turns out that getting older, well, being a fat dude, not necessarily healthy either. And so last week, I don't know how I did it. I don't know what I did. I went out one night, hung out with a friend. Everything was chill. Woke up the next day. My back hurt. My right leg hurt. My left foot hurt. All of me hurt. I was just like, oh, I could barely move. I came into the office. I tried to get some stuff done. And by came into the office, I mean hobbled into the office. And I sat down and I tried to put my foot up. I tried to like get a comfy place to sit. I couldn't. My butt hurt. My lower back and into butt hurt. My foot, like there was no good way to rest it. My leg was like, like muscle tense. It sucked. Everything about it sucked. So I was like, I can't do news today. I can't do anything today. I'm going home. So I went home and I rested. I didn't do anything for 2 days. It hurt so badly. My bathroom near my bedroom is like a 5-second walk. It took me 4 minutes. I don't know what I tweaked. I don't know how I tweaked it. I cannot explain it to you. All I'll say is clearly going out and getting a little rowdy, not something that I should be doing all that often, I guess. Honestly, it's probably because I spend so much time sitting right here, doing stuff, sitting my big ass right here, and not enough time walking around, working out, doing all the things that you probably should do in order to prevent weird lower back pain as you get older. And if you recall from 2 years ago, the reason why I wanted to start doing 5 Minute Gaming News is because I wanted to free up time to do more things. And 5 Minute Gaming News was short and sweet. I could do it really quick. I wasn't too stressed about that as a concept. However, one thing became very clear, that the show goes against YouTube's algorithm as a whole. YouTube is a platform that wants to keep you on it as long as possible. It wants you to continually be using it and watching it, which is why long form content does so well for creators. The longer your video, the more YouTube is like, oh, that's a good one. Because YouTube at its core is stupid. Let me give you an example. If you watch all of 5 Minute Gaming News, let's say it's one of those episodes where it's 6 minutes, right? You've watched 6 minutes of Jesse content. YouTube sees that and says, you've watched 6 minutes of Jesse content. Not you've watched a full video, you've watched 6 minutes of Jesse content. Now, if someone else, let's say Jesse2, Jesse2's a good guy. Let's say Jesse2 releases a video, and that video is an hour long. And it is just him playing a game while talking about butts, which by the way, it's one of Jesse2's favorite things to do. And you watch that video, and let's say you watch only 12 minutes of an hour-long video. YouTube says, oh, they like Jesse2 because they watched 12 minutes of Jesse2 content. So compared to Jesse1, which you only watched 6 minutes, you like him better, even though you didn't get through even a fourth of his video. So what YouTube does is it just kind of assumes you like Jesse2 better than Jesse1 because you're putting in more time to Jesse2. Is it real? Is it true? Doesn't matter. The algorithm does what the algorithm does. And so in my mind, I'm like, all right, that's going to hurt me financially, right? I'm not going to get as many cool ads. I'm not going to make as much money here, but I have Cox Clips, which is all the VODs from all the streams. And that'll help support everything that's going on. And admittedly, it does. But I was like, okay, this gives us more time for Patreon. We'll get Patreon going, and Patreon will help fund everything that's happening over on YouTube. Here's the problem. Patreon requires additional content. You have to create things to keep people on Patreon happy, to give them things that are sort of a bang for their buck, for helping out, right? The thing is, when my team is working on all the videos we're already doing, plus 5 Minute Gaming News, plus editing down all the VODs, now we have no time for Patreon. But Patreon's supposed to be the thing that's helping us stay afloat with 5-Minute Gaming News, which YouTube is saying, sorry, algorithmically, that's trash. So that's one major punch to the gut and a problem. And another thing, I have all these big videos that I want to make. I still have those Final Fantasy 14 videos I want to do. I still have this idea of like a Remedyverse super video that explains what's going on in the Remedyverse, like the complete Remedyverse. I have all these ideas of things I want to do, but I can't do them because still, for some reason, I have no free time. If you're wondering, Jesse, how's that possible? How are you busy all the time? Well, just off the top of my head, Cox and Crendor podcast, Illuminati podcast, this Star Wars podcast I'm doing with the boys, which requires book reading, so that's time. I have 2 YouTube channels that I am regularly updating to. I have content going out all over social media. I have 3 games in the works. One we'll talk about at the end of this video, another that is hopefully coming in the next 12 months, and another that is sort of like an amorphous, it's coming soon. I have streaming, which is where I'm doing most of my brand deal work, which is how we can afford an office like this, and I can have many great employees help me with all the many tasks that I have. I have a lot going on, and my thought process when doing 5-Minute Gaming News is it was a way to continue to be on this channel on the regular and give you something that I thought you would probably want. Me reacting to things, opining on a topic, having opinions, just daily discussion that would give you some sort of insight into how I felt about things, which a lot of you apparently really enjoy and have done so for a while. But here's the thing. I had a meeting with YouTube about 5-Minute Gaming News and the channel, and I wanted to look at various metrics and the analytics of growth and what people liked or didn't like. And here, just openly, I'm going to tell you the truth. You know the little bell thing, the whole like, subscribe, hit the bell? The bell's the notification, right? Well, for most YouTube channels, it's 10% to 30% of the audience click that bell. They want to be notified, right? For me, since I started doing 5-Minute Gaming News, that number has gone down. And it has gone down to 7.2%. That is significantly lower than the average. And the reason why, at least according to what the data shows, is that I'm kind of spamming you with content. I've got content everywhere. I, in fact, probably do too much content. And if you're a fan of mine, you probably see me way too many times a week. And at least on this YouTube channel, I'm spamming you. That's what the data shows. And the data shows that the majority of you don't watch everyone and sometimes go week, 2 weeks without even looking at it. Because again, I'm spamming you with content. At least that's what the analytics say. I know there's gonna be pushback that's gonna be like, but Jesse, no, I love it. I watch every single episode. Thank you. I love you for that. This channel has a lot of subscribers, but 5-Minute Gaming News is getting like 20, 25,000 views a video, which is fine. It's not bad, but YouTube doesn't algorithmically care about fine. When you don't watch, it says this person doesn't like this content anymore and sends you less of it. And so the snowball begins where if you don't watch for a few days, you don't see me a lot. And now the combination of you don't see me a lot, plus when you watch, you're not watching for long periods of time, YouTube is like, nothing really going on that channel, and it dings me even more. And again, if you are someone who watches 5-Minute Gaming News all the time, you joined this YouTube channel for 5-Minute Gaming News, thank you. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. I know there'll be a few of you down below who are very vocal about this. Thank you. But statistically, algorithmically, you are the minority, the small minority. You're vocal, bless your sweet soul, but I simply can't keep catering all my content to the people who talk the loudest. And so without getting even more lost in the weeds, the YouTube solution I was presented with was, can't you just make 5-Minute Gaming News longer? Put out longer episodes? And the whole point of 5-Minute Gaming News was to keep it short so I could have time to do other things. And now the solution is just put more time into this. All this hitting me when I am getting older and I'm still a fat boy who needs to work out more, who is falling apart. And now they're saying like, no, you need to put more time into this. I can't do that anymore. I just can't. I love talking about things. I have many opinions, but 5-Minute Gaming News was a way to keep me in your mind as I create all this other content, right? A great example a way to think about all this is a circus, right? In a circus, there are your tent poles, these things that hold up the tents, right? And the tent poles, if we use a YouTube sort of analogy here, would be big videos. The big videos that you put out every once in a while that drive traffic and get a lot of people talking, and then are these big important things, at least to you, right? It could be about anything really, but these big videos that are like the essay videos or the big reviews, those are the tent poles. And then around it are all the acts and all the sideshow stuff, the things that keep people around. The problem I have is 5-Minute Gaming News is a sideshow act. It's what it is. And it doesn't drive traffic. It keeps you who are here entertained. But if you're not into the sideshow, you don't go to the sideshow. And that is a problem. I don't have tent poles. Sure, every once in a while I'll release a big video and that's awesome, but I don't have time to work on the big videos if I'm just focusing on the sideshow. And that is the problem, because now they're saying sideshow needs to be bigger. Well, don't worry about the tent, sideshow bigger. And that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it, and I can't do it that way. I need to spend more time focusing on me. I need to spend more time caring about me. I spend so much time trying to create stuff for others that I just don't worry or think about me. And that is a huge problem, because it has, one, affected a lot of my life, both physically, but also relationships. I can't even begin, if you watch any of the content I do, I can't begin to tell you how many times we've had this discussion where I've been like, yeah, I met a nice girl, it was great, but I work too much. You know, like that's a problem. And use me as a cautionary tale, because we get real around here, and I have no problem being real and open. And I think perhaps it's time that I'm real with myself, and I try to figure out what I can do and how I can continue to create things without it dominating my life so completely. And like, it sucks to try a thing and fail at a thing, right? And I know a lot of you are gonna be like, no, it wasn't a failure, I really enjoyed it. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, looking at the numbers, looking at who actually watched and when they watched and how long it would take people to watch or what they wouldn't watch, it just wasn't doing it. And the answer was to put more time and energy into it, which is an impossibility. So it's either get rid of it or go down with the ship. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm focusing on taking care of me. And hopefully you'll appreciate that and you will accept it. And I'm sure, again, there's gonna be someone who's gonna post down below. I can see it as clear as day. Jesse, I'm here for the news. I don't care what else you do. I'm only here for that. I'm leaving. Bye. Thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for sticking around. It means the world to me, and I understand. Thank you. And I hope you find what you're looking for. There's so many other great talented people on this website, on the internet as a whole. There will be someone you enjoy. Go enjoy. But for me, I'm making some changes, and I wanted to sort of guide you through those changes to give you sort of my thought process, okay? I love Scary Game Squad. You love Scary Game Squad. My friends, Alex, Davis, Gerard, we love Scary Game Squad. Here's the problem. Those boys are busy, very busy. And I am too. And the problem is that we simply couldn't find time to get together, all of us get together. So I've made the judgment call that we're gonna pick a day where we all record, and if you can make it, you can make it. If you can't, you can't, but we're just gonna do it. So there might be some episodes of Scary Game Squad where Alex isn't there that day, or Davis isn't there, or Gerard isn't there. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But we're gonna try and make it so we're all there. But just be aware, right? Don't freak out if there's a video in the future where it's like, what happened to Gerard? Like, I don't know, he's probably at a convention living his best life. Chill, he'll be back, okay? So just be aware. I wanna do more of that. I wanna give you more of that. For those of you who like those bigger videos, for those of you bugging me about the Final Fantasy videos, I'm focusing on that now. I wanna get those done. I wanna do those. I wanna make videos that I love, that I'm passionate about. Yes, I will always wanna shit on Microsoft for using AI and things of that nature, right? But there's another platform I want to do that on. There's another way I want to do that. Now, every time I travel, every time I go to conventions, meet new people, there's one thing the majority of you say to me. Jesse, I miss the old days. I miss hanging out, watching you and TB and Dodger just talk about games, just the old co-optional days, and how you miss that sort of friendship bond and the things that we had. And sadly, you know, we can never go back to that. It is something that is gone. It's in the past, and we can cherish the memories, but it is what it is. However, I've been talking with Dodger. She and I have agreed that we think it's time to bring something back. And so we have a show in the works. It's going to be every week. It's myself, Dodger, and a guest. And we're just going to try to give you that thing that you've all been saying you want. It allows me to have free time during the week because I'm not doing an everyday thing. We'll still talk news. We'll talk all the geeky things you want. We'll give you our opinions on stuff. You know, she and I have opinions. Plus, it allows us to bring on fun guests and have them share theirs with you as well. And it also spotlights all the amazing people. If you watch 5 Minute Gaming News, I've had a lot of guest hosts. I would love to have them on to talk with us. And that's going to be the next thing. And it is, I cannot stress this enough, going to be a ton of fun. And hopefully you will enjoy that and get everything you got from this, from that show. And my hope is that it will bring back something that you have missed for a while. And if not, at least give you something you didn't know you needed. And that is another thing that I'm working on. And then, because finally I can reveal this Friday, the demo for my newest wacky video game idea drops. And I hope you enjoy.
Let's play a game.
If you're following myself or Molly Moon or Trevor or Erdorf or Torpel on social media, we will blast out a link when it's up, or just go to itch.io or itch.io and you can find a link there when it drops. It's a free demo just to give you an idea of what we're trying to create. And hopefully you'll give us feedback and let us know what you think of it. That's another thing I'm doing. So as you can see, I'm busy and I just want to keep giving you things you want. But again, I know that 5 Minute Gaming News means a lot to a lot of you. It sucks when an idea you had turns out not to be all that great in the end. And there's only so much you can do, but this is one of those times where the best I can do is sort of give this to you in another form that plays within the rules of YouTube. And hopefully those of you who like Jesse Got Thoughts content will enjoy that and you will continue to watch. Keep an eye out. The first episode's coming soon. Dodger and I are very proud of what we're doing, and hopefully you'll come along on that adventure too. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you so much for your time, for watching, for being a part of this channel for so long. Thanks for, putting up with my various whims, or for those of you waiting on episodes and shows and various things that I haven't delivered on. I am going to actively make it my goal to get that stuff to you. So that's it for 5 Minute Gaming News, and I'll see y'all next time.